Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of 44 Stat. I'm one third of the trifecta. My name is Kelsey Coop Charles. Along with us, we got Antonio Brother on loan, and we got West Coast Dave back in the house, or should I call him East Coast Dave? Well, Dave East tonight.
He
East Coast
home,
day
So,
for the
man.
next three
fellas, how's
weeks.
everything going?
Chilling, man. Yeah, I'm East Coast day for the next 3 weeks. Back at home days.
There we go. There you go.
All right, all right, all right. It's good to have the 3-man crew. The 2-man crew was stupid last week. Let's see how retarded we can get this week. Uh,
All right.
and let where you want to go? Pick it where you
Well,
want to go.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and segue from the start. Before we get into football, I was just scrolling through because I'm a Wikipedia guy, and I always do stuff off the wall. But like to that comment you sent earlier, that clip you sent earlier, man. I'm just gonna say this, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Man, Jermaine got a lot of hits, man. He got a whole lot of stuff that we don't even know about, man. He on top
You
of
talking about JD?
Puffin doing his, yeah.
Yeah,
JD got
Oh
a whole
yeah,
lot of hits.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Puff will stand a chance in that versus.
he,
Nah,
he, he
I'm
wouldn't.
looking at this list. He wouldn't stand a chance.
He wouldn't, man.
Anyway, that's my 2 minute spiel.
The only person
Uh,
that could go with JD on this is maybe Dre and Timbo. That's it.
I say Tim. Dre think about it too much.
Yeah, but
Tim
Dre,
would
but
probably
but
do
but
it.
but you gotta remember, Dre got hits all the way back to '86, dude. That's the thing. Before you turn off the lights,
Yeah,
it's gonna kill everybody right there, bro.
yeah, that is true. That is true. But it's something about that Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox combo, man. That that Usher era, man. That's just hard to beat.
So if you
That's just
put
hard to
up
beat, man.
even with the Mary J that Puffy did,
Hmm.
he still don't, because I'm seeing both and both are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just because
I
Jodeci and
I
then
say,
Mary J.
well,
Yeah,
Hmm.
that'll be I don't, yeah, I think JD probably would,
the
but
the
man,
thing
that's
about
yeah.
Puffy is I look at Puffy more as an arranger versus a producer, because if you think about majority of Puffy's hits, they are songs from other artists where he put his artists on and they recorded a new song on top of that. There's very little
Hmm.
change to the music. If you go back to Biggie, Juicy is M2 Man.
Hmm.
If you go to
Yeah.
Mary first hits,
Love
were
without a limit.
Love Without a
Yeah.
Limit. Those are songs from other artists that he's taken up. 112 is the same way. Big is the same way. Most of Puffy's stuff is somebody else's already established song. Whereas with JD,
Hmm.
Dre, and Timbo, it's their own creation. That's where I do the differentiation. Now, granted, Puffy got bangers. I'm not gonna take that from him. He got bangers.
Hmm.
But uh it's hard to, when you look at it, JD is a force unto itself now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because if you
see the
look at the
whole thing
list,
with the sample thing though, it's because you get into crazy territory with that. Because Dre
hmm
is nothing really, but man, I'm gonna tell you, the song is Phaso, Let Me Ride,
Yeah,
Riding High.
right.
90% of every Dre song is of sample off of Riding High, Phaso.
But
It got every sound.
but
And
hmm
all of the drums are from Parliament.
right.
So I can't
hmm
say, like, when it gets, because once you start messing with this stuff and you start
hmm
hearing it, really
Yep.
Dre is good, but again, they all take, it's the way you lay the sample down, I would say okay. But JD also
He
ain't
does.
hmm
playing no original drums and no original chords. He he is sampling from this and I don't take nothing away from that because man, messing with this, it's crazy
That's still a
to
lot.
take a
That's a
piece
lot.
and only hear 5 seconds or something, and that you put it
Turn it
in
into
and it
something.
really do make the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a
Well, I say it
yeah.
like this here, and this will shut it all down. Mariah Carey.
That's the you talking about the JD album, the one that JD did, that
Yeah,
one with yes,
Mariah
Hmm.
Carey. Because
yeah,
that is universally recognized as the greatest Mariah Carey album of all
yeah,
time.
yeah.
The
Hmm.
Emancipation of Mimi,
Man,
Bruh.
she got my favorite
Yeah.
song of 2025. That Type Dangerous. I heard that song. I ain't know it was her. Dog, me and Tip riding around. I'm like, the Rakim, all she need to do is a remix and have Rakim jump on that. Because that, I
Hmm.
mean, you know, it's the
I know it.
I got soul. So I'm listening, and then I say, man, who is
Hmm.
this? Mariah Carey?
Mariah.
Yeah.
Man, you flowing
But
better than any female MC we got right now. And
Mariah.
speaking on
but
that,
that's
before
what
I know we
that's
dog,
what
the
Jermaine
flow
that's what
derailed.
Jermaine wanted to do.
Hey man, how
That's
come
what Jermaine brought to the table.
the Fuji skit, the Chinese food restaurant skit, is the funniest shit? Hey, beef, man, I want beef to eat. You think I open a restaurant in the middle of the hood and don't know what the hell is up? Man, I fuck you the fuck up. Man, this ain't Channel 5. Nigga, somebody gonna die for real. Dog, that is the most classic skit ever dropped on a hip hop album. Cause man, that Chinese dude is cool until he said, man, don't put that little retarded leg in there. And I don't want no onions in my white rice. He said, what? What is that? After that, it was over. He wasn't negotiating no more. He said, man, what you jumping over the counter for? He said, man, you want beef? Man, I want beef to eat. Yeah, all right, my bad. Dog, I'm listening to that back to back to back, and I never
Uh,
stop playing.
as you
Yeah,
can tell, this is what we do.
yeah,
So
this one didn't derail.
it's
Yeah,
worse when it's text message because you really can't hear what everything, but you know what's going on. So that's the thing. So getting into the
I
stack
just
this
want to get that
week.
out of the way early.
Hey, I know that's fine. I know we're gonna deviate again because something gonna make you go crazy. Let's talk about this here. Let's go on and get college out the way because it ain't really nothing popping because we got a lot of NFL we can talk about. Okay, so playoffs
Ain't no
start
need.
Friday with Alabama
Hmm.
and uh Oklahoma, and then
Oklahoma. Hmm.
we go into Saturday with the other three first round games, which is as soon as I get my schedule up here.
that's going too much going on that
Oh,
Saturday.
before we get into one A, congratulations to the South Carolina State Bulldogs, 9-time
Hmm.
Black national champions. Uh, hell of
Hmm.
a game, hell of
Hey,
a game.
what they
That
say, I
that
That's
was
the
on what they
definition
call
of
it,
you
the
got to play
bird.
4 quarters.
I was on the
Yeah, you got
bird.
to play 4 quarters.
We was watching that. We was watching that while we was flying over here, man. That was a great game.
that
Like LL say,
Oh yeah,
don't call it a comeback.
that was a game
that's it.
because the first
Never
half,
give up.
the first
Yeah.
half, I was like, man, this ain't looking good right here.
Yeah,
No,
And
not at
then
all.
within probably the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, they got the fumble and scored the touchdown, and then it was on. It
It
was
was
on
on.
like popcorn from then, boy.
they came in and they did what you said. They heard the Jimmy Valvano. They played the speech at halftime. T, don't give up, don't ever give up, and there you go, man.
Well,
Yeah, I gave up. I
I'm gonna
texted
be honest.
Antonio.
I was
I said,
getting
"Look, man,
dressed for
happy
the
birthday."
gala, and
Yeah, happy birthday. This look bad right here.
Yeah,
21
that was
nothing.
bad.
I
Yeah,
tuned out.
yeah, I mean, I had it on, but I was getting dressed, and I was like, man, y'all messing up my birthday and everything, and then I'm like, next thing I know is, oh, we back. You know,
Hmm.
I'm sitting here getting ready for getting in a gospel gala, and I'm watching skulls go by because I want to see what was going on. But big shout out to South Carolina State, way to finish it off. Um, really, Chennis Bear since he's been head coach, the few years at Benedict and now at State, just impressive. Hope he keep it going. He needs a real job up in the bigger services, but they ain't gonna give it to him. So go on and do your thing where you at right now, bro.
hey, also, man, shout out to my man, Deshaun Jackson up in Delaware State.
Deshaun Jackson. Well, I don't know if you
Hey,
heard, but Coach Barry, kind of mad about that because hey, I've been here. Him and Vic came in because Vic's at Norfolk State and
Hmm.
Deshaun's at Delaware State, and that's all y'all talked about. Y'all ain't talking about me. I'm the man that's winning the conference. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
you know, that would kind of aggravate me too. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Like Marshall Falk will be in the conference. You know,
He gonna be in the SWAC. He gonna be at
he'll
Southern.
be coaching the HBCU next
Yeah.
year. Yeah, I like what my overall thing is. I like that they are coming back to coach. You know, at an HBCU.
Well, the way I look at it. That's the only way they're gonna get opportunities.
To start. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
You know, because it's gonna be rough to get big time colleges to do anything for. Because you know, I mean, if Vic probably would have had another few years, he might have would have been in line for Virginia Tech. But that's unless it's your alma mater, you ain't getting nowhere. And you know, Deshaun ain't gonna get Cal, so you know how that go. All right, so Friday we start,
and then
where they
Friday we got Oklahoma and Bama, right?
Oklahoma and Bama is the only game on Friday. It starts at 8 o'clock. Is this Kalen DeBoer's last game at Bama? Because all signs Michigan is putting a hard push to try to get him. Not saying that's a bad job, but when you look at status, Michigan got a lot more money than Bama. You know, but
I would go
and
Michigan
then
right
Bama act like they don't want you, so you know.
Because he ain't winning the national championship.
Well, they about to do that. Yeah, I want to go Michigan right now.
Bruh.
I'm with you, Kev, because they ready to do that investigation to the athletic department.
We'll stay away from that.
It's about to be a whole. And I also don't think Kellen. He's not a Lane Kiffin. He's not looking for the next job. You know, for the Alabama job.
It is Michigan.
Perfect time for him. He's not going nowhere. He don't want to. I think he's not going to want to do. Especially like I said, they about to do a whole full out investigation too. He don't need all of that right now. Is not something you want to be involved in. Because now everything about
you don't know what you're going to have.
Cheating or whatever they came up with, and then you got the whole more. There's going to be so much looked at in the books because folks forget Michigan is still an academic first institution. Football is football, mean a lot, but Michigan at its heart is the engineering school of America. So they gonna get their money regardless because Michigan has gone through. Like I said, it is one of the great. That and the Notre Dame job to me are the two greatest coaching jobs in America. Why? You don't have to really win national. You don't get the 8-3. You know, 9-2, 10-1. You're going to be one of the highest paid coaches at a very prestigious institution. If it was Michigan under normal circumstances, no, what? Because Kellen DeBoer ain't like that. He ain't going nowhere.
Well.
He just ain't going nowhere because he's not going to job hop. That Bama job came at the perfect time for him.
Well, the thing about it is the people in Bama is holding a whole lot against him because he ain't Nick. And the thing is, you're not gonna get another Nick. It took you a long time to get past Bear Bryant. So here, this is where you at. From a football standpoint, do I think Kalen DeBoer is a great coach? Yes. The thing is, though, you know, he's losing games that Alabama don't normally lose. You know, normally it take you to have to get in the bowl game and lose to Clemson before Alabama loses. So you know how that go. But it's gonna be interesting.
That was like they say, raise your kid. Raise your kid like you was raised. You can't do that. That era don't exist. So Bama era. Let's break this down. Nick Saban quit. Nick Saban
because
quit
he didn't want
of the new football.
Because
he was going to go 8-4 because he wasn't going to be down for paying people, and he quit because he couldn't. Roy Williams quit. All of them, they did not want to deal with this bullshit no more on the real. Bama was going to be this anyway because, one, he didn't want to deal with. You will always be now 8-2, 8-1. You will never go through the SEC undefeated. It ain't happening no more. The Nick Sabans of the world, they are arcane dinosaurs. Unless you put a full-fledged GM in front of Nick Saban to handle all that, he ain't doing that. That's why he quit.
Well,
Nick
but even
Saban
if you
quit because of the modern landscape of college football. He said it.
yeah.
He said the day
Yeah.
after the national championship, when that dude came in his office and said, man, what I'm getting paid next season, them
That was
cats,
it.
that's a
Well,
whole,
well,
they
well,
don't do that well.
well,
That's
but
for them new, that's the Lane Kiffins in there.
well, here's the thing though
Well,
about it though, and me and Kelsey kind of talked about it last week. You got to put some things in place eventually because of NIL and because of how football is being done. Yeah, I think every school is going to need either a personnel director or a GM that handle that part. The coach only wants to coach. That he don't want to do all the rest of the other stuff that you got to do with NIL now. And here's the thing: you bring up Lane. The thing about Lane is a used car salesman. Any kind of way you look at it, he sells you a dream, a hope, and a dream. But let's remember something. We kind of said this a couple of weeks ago. Lane ain't never won nothing in his life, but Lane is always in the mix for something because technically,
9%. Yeah.
and I'm saying technically, he's an offensive genius. Okay, but when you actually look at it, Lane ain't won nothing in his life. Okay, he living off peak
Well, he has
character.
stayed anywhere long enough to win anything.
Well, but
Yeah.
the thing
Even to see
is,
if it'll pan out.
Lane has never gotten his team. This was his best chance of winning a championship, and he left. This was his best chance, man. Ole Miss is a fine football team. Okay. And you're gonna see. Now, I'm like some other people. Now, if Ole Miss go out here and win the championship, Lane ought to be sick. Ought to be sick, man, because that could have been you, bro. Because honestly, LSU is not going to be tolerant. Okay, come out there and win 9 games next year and see how that go. Okay, I can tell you that right now. Win
So I think
9
that's
games
today's
next
point,
year,
though.
huh?
That's today's point, though. That's today's point. You're not going to ever have a Nick Saban anymore in college football because of the landscape of football.
Maybe
There's
not.
never going to be that again.
And
Maybe not.
Whittingham just retired.
Whittingham
from Utah.
retired because
That Kirby is going to be the last one left.
he
and
is
the closest to the bridge of that era. But yeah, man, I couldn't handle that. I wouldn't even know what to do if somebody came to me talking about how I'm getting paid.
You would have to have if you was the head coach, Dave, you would have to have one of us running the show for you because
because I couldn't
you couldn't handle that. Just like when we talk about going to the Falcons, if I was the head coach, I need one of y'all running, doing the business side because my thing is I'm coaching football. All this other stuff, I ain't got time for that. My thing is football. The money, I need one of y'all to handle that. But we're gonna see because one of the things that's gonna happen, and I kind of see it already happening. Bowl games can go away. Don't need them. Serves no purpose. Serves no purpose. If you expand the playoff to 24, I would even go as far as 32 teams because I think Division 2, I think they are at 32. Okay. It will work because honestly, you play about 37, 38 bowl games, and half the teams that go to the bowl game don't deserve to be there no way. So if you went to 32, let's take it at 24. If you went to 24, they'll give you all your conference champions. More than likely, everybody that finished second in your conference for the most part, and then you sprinkle in your at-larges, you should be fine. The only problem that's going to be with that is you got to be finished before the semester starts in January. So you're going to have to stop playing probably your championship game because it's unnecessary at this point. And then you just start the week after Thanksgiving. You got to go through all of December, have your championship game ready by the second week of December.
The problem I got with that is NIL. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think there's going to be 24 good enough teams. And here's my reason why. As soon as you get past whatever we got, you become a feeder system for the big boys. So I don't know, why would I put Troy? I'm just going to cut the bowl game on. Why would I put Troy in a playoff? Even if because Troy's best player the next year will be on Georgia, Ohio State,
maybe
Oregon. And so you don't have
Well,
24 good enough teams to compete because those players that would have competed are at the school that's going to crush them if they play them because that's where their best player went.
well, you look at it, the only way you change that is the Big Ten, the ACC, the SEC, and the 12. That's it. That's who play for the conference. Anybody below that and in the smaller schools, they make their own little 1AA playoff. Not well, 1AAA playoff. Because that's the only way you're going to get something out of it. Because if you watch, I don't know if y'all paid attention to the game last night or the night before. You probably look at it right there. Ain't nobody at this game. So Bowls ain't making money. The only money they getting is TV money. You know, and even
but ESPN don't care nobody at the game because the TV money. Because it's a live viewership, you're going to get the commercial. I learned something like I always wondered how these baseball teams make this regional $1 billion, right? Like I was looking at Seattle's Fox Sports thing. And I learned that I was talking to this cat and he said in advertising, because in the summertime, the only time you are going to watch a commercial live is at a baseball game because that's the only live thing that's going on in a certain amount of months. And so the money they are getting is because the eyes for the advertisers, that's the only live thing they got to look at.
Well, correct. But here's the thing. Ain't nobody watching this, man. I guarantee you got the Troy game on right now. I guarantee you it might be 500,000. Might be.
Yeah.
You know, you're not getting like you're going to get Friday night. You're going to get 12, 13, 14 million. That makes sense.
But if you get a meal though, right? Because a lot of people put on football in the background and don't watch it. Like the bowl game, because it's football, you're just going to put it on and you're going to be doing a whole lot of other stuff. I didn't watch, I saw ODU. I know it's Troy, but man, the volume is down and I'm trying to learn Axel F. Foley's baseline. But it's still going to count in the Nielsen ratings for that ESPN.
It's going to count. But here's where this thing gets out of hand. Like these early bowl games. Okay, I'm pretty sure the Celebration Bowl did a good number on Saturday. I'm pretty sure. Okay, it probably did a better number. It probably did a better number than the Washington Boise State game Saturday night.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was a terrible game. It was a terrible game. These earlier bowls are your worst bowls anyway. You don't get your good bowls until after Christmas or Christmas week. After the Aloha Bowl, that's how I used to roll. After the Aloha Bowl, it gets better, But it's the same thing because right now, I mean, tonight you can watch basketball, you can watch college basketball, you can watch NBA, you can watch bowl game. Tomorrow, NFL, you got to give the NFL credit. Their games right now are the most watched games because they have done such a great idea with scheduling to put their marquee teams, their marquee games. You won. I guarantee you that game Sunday night, and we'll get into it. That game Sunday night did a great number, not because it's the Cowboys, but because it's the NFL. Period. For Thanksgiving they had 40-something million for the that's Super Bowl numbers, man, for the Chiefs and the Cowboys. That's Super Bowl numbers. The NFL is king when it comes to this. Now, the NBA last night had the finals of the in-season tournament. I guarantee you, they might have struggled to get 2 million.
NBA Cup?
Yeah, might have struggled to get 2 million. If they got more than 2 million, they had a great evening. Because if you like us, we don't pay attention to the NBA until after Christmas.
After Christmas, yep.
That's when we pay attention. All right, but looking at the college game, Saturday you have all the other 3 games on Saturday. You have Miami and Texas A&M at 12 o'clock. You have Tulane against Ole Miss, the rematch from earlier in the year. This was a game early in the year. We thought Tulane had a pretty good time, a pretty good shot at getting Ole Miss, but it didn't happen. With Lane not being there, up in the air. And then you got James Madison against Oregon. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people are laughing at this. Dan Lannon cannot coach in big games. He
Yeah,
could
but
lose. He
James
could lose
Madison,
this game. I know
no.
it's James Madison. He could. Because let me tell you, all it takes is some turnovers, and this can really go south quick.
JMU, they can run the ball enough to win that game. JMU is the top tier of the feeder programs. This is where it starts to get kind of ridiculous to me. I like James Madison. I mean, JMU, hooray for you.
Yes.
But they really are one tier away from being a feeder school. They are a feeder school, actually. This game ain't gonna be interesting at all. This gonna be sad.
Well,
They like if you go past JMU, let's say we went past JMU this year, then you got some sad pickings to get to 24, though. I mean, you
wait a minute. The only reason you got JMU in the first place is because they put that rule in where the highest ranked conference champion needed to get Virginia taking care of business.
And that's right. You said your rule is you keeping the SEC and making them other ones do their
own thing. Because my thing is this here. Okay, we know for a fact if you just did who was winning in the big conferences, okay, that would have gave you already got the big 3 out of the Big 10. That would have gave you Vanderbilt this year, would have gave you probably Texas, probably who else? Vanderbilt, Texas. That's it, because I ain't want to go no farther than that. In the ACC, you would have got Virginia would have got in just because you would have had to take Duke because they the champion.
Yeah,
but Duke wouldn't have mattered. But you would have had to take Duke because they the champion. You would have got Virginia in. You would have got Miami. Then in the Big 12, you would have took BYU anyway. After that, Notre Dame would have got in. Wouldn't have been no crying. But my thing about Notre Dame, get in a conference. Stop crying. Why? See, you picking and choose who you want to play, and then you already playing the bottom of the ACC. Okay, I don't want to hear nothing about y'all. The 2 games that y'all had on y'all schedule, y'all lost. So stop crying and moaning. The 2 teams that beat y'all this year, guess where they're at? In the playoff.
But man, I also want the ACC to be a little careful with this because their affiliation keeps us afloat.
Well, but
what's that with that loose end song? Hanging on by a string now.
I understand that, but
though, we got to be very careful about. I understand. I'm with you, T, 100%. But I also know there's an economic situation and consequences and repercussions.
But let me say this here, okay? If Notre Dame gets mad and say, I don't want to deal with y'all no more, where they going? Because you ain't going to the Big 10. You ain't
they
going
don't
to
need to go nowhere.
You do, Dave. Yeah, you do. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you didn't have this sweetheart deal with the ACC right now, okay, and you had to schedule a truly independent schedule, you won't get nobody because the Big 10 can look at Notre Dame and be like, "Oh, y'all want some help now."
But they will give them help.
They'll give them help. But here go the thing.
They got the second best recruiting class this year in America. Yes.
Well, Marcus can coach, but what?
But I'm just saying, dog, you got the second. You really ain't affiliated with nobody.
Dave,
and T,
Marcus. It's Marcus. If Marcus leave and go to the Giants next week, Notre Dame is screwed.
2 institutions that really don't need nothing.
Who?
Is BYU helped out the Big 12. Because they don't need nothing.
No, they didn't.
You know BYU. We are talking about Notre Dame will always be afloat. Also, Notre Dame has its own TV station.
Well, let's remember.
They got a whole network by themselves.
But this is the thing. They got a whole network by themselves who currently has the Big Ten's TV package. But let's remember something.
They're not getting rid of Notre Dame, T.
Notre Dame does not want to play Michigan every year. They don't want to play Michigan State every year. Okay?
Yep.
Remember, Notre Dame think they slick
but now. The thing is, T, we are only around pretty much as the ACC because Notre Dame, they keep the Band-Aid together.
They
And
keeping it
he
together, Dave.
Phillips knows this. You got to be very careful.
But my thing with Phillips was I
We'll be in the
appreciate
Sun
how
Belt.
he handled the situation, because here go the thing. Okay. If you would have screwed Miami over, that would have been bad for the whole conference. Because now I'll be the first one to say Miami didn't deserve to go now. I'll be the first one to say that. Okay. But when it came down to them two, if you wouldn't have put all your thing behind Miami, that would have been a tremendous problem. That would have been a bigger problem than anything else. But here's the thing. Nobody in the ACC has a leg to stand on right now. Because remember, the Big Ten don't want Clemson. They don't want Miami. They don't want Florida State. They only want Virginia and North Carolina. And here go the thing. Maryland, and this is where this thread is finna unravel. Maryland wants out. But Maryland can't say they want out. But Maryland wants out because Maryland is going in the hole continually. But you get $58 million every year from the Big Ten. Why are you in the red?
That's something going on in their administration somewhere.
You can't be a Big Ten school. That administration has not been right since you decided you wanted to leave the ACC. Okay.
But see, T, the thing is, you just made my point for me. If Notre Dame pulls that affiliation, we end up in the Sun Belt Conference.
Okay.
And when I'm saying Clemson, because the SEC don't want us. The Big Ten. Okay, we'll be in the Big 12. We are going to end up in one of the power ones.
Now, I'm going to tell you like this here.
Where will Clemson end up? Do you
the Southeastern Conference? Because you know why? You know who won them? You know who won them? You know who won them?
The SEC does not want them.
The king of the SEC wants them. Georgia wants them. Okay.
Yeah, but
the only reason this ain't went farther than what it is right now, Florida has said, I don't want Florida State and Miami at all. That is the only reason this ain't went farther.
Next year, after
and the Gamecocks, let me put it like this here. If the Gamecocks, if Clemson gets Gamecock money, you see, Gamecocks can't do nothing with the money that they get. If Clemson gets Gamecock money, they are done. Done.
Clemson's window, though, for the SEC wanting them is shut and closed. Next year, because now you're getting ready to get back to real Clemson fans. We're going to be back to them 7-4s, them 8-4. We have lost, and this is why I say it. SEC back when we was winning, yes. Now you talking about getting murdered. Next year will be a hard year for the Clemson Tigers. I'm just being real with you.
Here's the thing.
Be 7-4
here's
for
the thing,
next
Dave.
5 to 6 years, man.
Here's the thing, Dave. Here's the thing.
This game's about to get ugly.
But what it is if they would have shut their mouth and not tried to take everything, just you hitched your wagon to Florida State, and that was the dumbest move you could have made. If you just would have sat there and kept your mouth shut, you wouldn't have been in this situation, okay?
And then because you know how the SEC don't like to take two schools from the same state unless it was the originals. Now, they got their originals, but Florida, they don't deal with the other ones. Georgia, they got Georgia Tech. Texas, Texas is so damn big. But, that's just because
But here's the other part that nobody will talk about, and if you don't know your history, you don't understand. All the SEC schools are scared to death because if they do make another change, Georgia Tech and Tulane can say, hey, we want back in, and they can't say no because it was written in their original charter. Because they were charter members, they can come back.
Yeah, Georgia Tech can come back anytime they want to come back.
So that
is right. I forgot about that.
Here's the thing. Georgia don't want...
You heard that on 44 Stack First. T is dropping y'all knowledge.
Georgia don't want Tech back. Right. That's right, boy. That's right. Georgia don't want Tech back, and LSU don't want Tulane back. Because you know why LSU can prosper the way that they do? They by themselves. They the only school.
Yeah,
you would think that team in Columbia would be the same way, but they not. We already know that. But it is what it is. What's going to happen the next 3 to 5 years? And me and Kelsey talked about this last week. The next 3 to 5 years, unless they get some control over NIL and all of this transfer portal mess, here's what's going to happen. You either going to be a super conference, one big super conference with a bunch of teams, or you ain't going to be nothing. Because what's going to happen, there are teams right now, financed teams right now that's mad because of certain things that are happening that they're like, no, we don't need this to happen. The institution is bigger than the conference. Michigan is one, okay? Mm-hmm. Southern Cal is another one. Yep. Southern Cal don't want to be in the Big Ten. They only went because of the fact the Pac-12 had no leadership, okay? If the Pac-12 could have some type of leadership, I guarantee you them and Washington
would have never left. UW, the only reason why UW left is because Oregon left. Right. And once Oregon followed USC, there was no reason for UW to stay in the Big 12. I mean, in the Pac-12 no more. Right. And that shattered everything. Oregon kind of USC leaving, but once Oregon decided to leave, that was it. Wasn't. Yeah.
Well, here go the other problems too, because every conference has an issue right now. Okay, Colorado don't have no money, y'all.
No
money.
Nope.
So you're gonna lose Dion, and you're gonna be in the pits because of the fact you have no money coming in because none of your programs are big conference worthy programs. Okay, football ain't, basketball ain't, baseball, softball. You got to remember, you got to pay for all this stuff out of your football program. Okay, it ain't just your one sport. Mm-hmm. Even the Tar Heels, who we love to death. Yeah, basketball is king in North Carolina, but guess who make the money? Football. So Belichick ain't gonna last too much longer. It's the way of the world. The thing is, if you can't get your football right, and my thing is this here, Maryland is the poster child for messing up for leaving the conference. Them in Nebraska. Let me put it like that. Them in Nebraska. Are the poster childs for I'm gonna go to this conference and make this money. You ain't relevant no more. Maryland, remember before you left, you was at least contending for the ACC championship. Nebraska, remember you used to play in the Big 12 and would be in the championship game. You won't sniff a championship game in the Big 10. Because you know why? Because you ain't Michigan, you ain't Ohio State, you ain't Michigan State, you ain't Penn State. That's the Big Four. Yeah, now you can throw the 4 West Coast schools in there, but you think about it.
They gonna take anything that's going. They get rated East and West. So they don't have a right. That was stupid. That was stupid anyway.
The whole thing was stupid.
That was stupid anyway.
The whole thing was stupid. You moved Nebraska. In Nebraska's case, you moved from the Big 12 to the Big 10. You lost your biggest rival. Ain't no more Nebraska-Oklahoma game.
Nope.
No more Nebraska-Colorado game. Those were your 2 biggest rivals. You got to think about it. When you make these moves, bro, it ain't helping you. And I give you another person to talk about, Steve Sarkisian. If I hear him say one more time, we should be in the playoff, but we played Ohio State. You ignorant rascal. You home because you lost to Florida. I'm so sick of saying this here. You ain't home because you lost to Ohio State. You home because you lost to Florida.
Yeah.
And see, one thing Texas and Oklahoma have to realize right now, y'all play in a conference now. Y'all used to cakewalk to the playoffs or to the BCS. Y'all can't do that no more because you play in a conference now.
Hey, we'll get into that once we start talking about the game.
But that's where we at. Yeah. Okay. All right. So getting off college, great topic. Getting off college. Let's go to NFL. And Kelsey, I'm not gonna start with you. I'm gonna start on my Carolina Panthers rant. Did I not tell you Friday night? These fools will go to New Orleans. They were gonna lose this football game.
They have taken down the top of the daggone division back to back. I was like, man, after we lost to the Saints, and then I look at the score because I didn't want to look at the game because I thought I knew it was gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you what I saw when the score was tied, and you know how you see the screen, the score, you're looking at another game, and the ball flipped over to the Saints. I say, he gonna still win this game. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, the Falcons gifted you. All you got to do, bro. All you got to do is win the game.
Nobody want to win the NFC South.
And no, neither one of them. None of them want to win.
Nobody don't want to win the
At
NFC
all.
South, man.
At
all, man. This is the dumbest. This is probably the dumbest shit I've seen in a long. Neither you let the bottom team in back-to-back weeks beat both of the teams at the top of the division. Yeah.
And Saints fans are mad because they look at it like, what are y'all doing? We had the first pick.
Why win now?
We had the first pick. But no, look at them. They have the Panthers have gotten swept by the Saints. Let that sink in, bro. Yep. The Panthers have gotten swept by the Saints.
Man, the Saints that turned on that super juice, and hey, they done went off in back-to-back weeks.
But I said, strange things happen when you go in the Superdome. It never fails. But at the same time, how Baker went Baker 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks.
Mike Evans put it best. 3rd and effing 28. 3rd and 28.
Kirk Cousins.
3rd and 28. Yeah, man. Yeah. This is tragedy.
Look at. We was praising Todd Bowles earlier in the year for his defensive calls. Todd Bowles, bruh. You and Raheem, y'all make it hard on the brother, bro.
And my man got old overnight on me, man. Levante David, man, he done got so old on me overnight.
You know why? Because he got to do everything. He got to do it. Bo, the NFC South, in theory. No, not in theory, in reality. The NFC South. You know who should represent the South in the playoff? The Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints. I don't care if they're 3 and 14. I don't care. Okay? Because they the only one that play like they got some sense. Okay? Falcons dumb as I don't know what. Panthers dumb. Now what? Panthers who the Panthers got this week?
Us.
The Panthers have
the Bucs. Yep.
They got the Bucs.
We got to play them twice.
Blow that.
This is crazy, man. I have never seen a division like this.
I mean, it is almost comical.
I know.
Comical. Todd Bowles cussing at his in the game press conference. Baker got this dumb look on his face. Canales, they go down to New Orleans, they screw up.
Baker looked like an extra from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He looked like one of them spaghetti western extras, because they was really Italians.
The one that got shot, he looked like one got shot.
All of them. Every extra, every main character. He looked like an Italian that was supposed to be a Mexican in a spaghetti western.
I mean, the South. The South will not rise again. I can tell you that again. I can tell you that for sure. The only one out of the 4 of them that look worth something is the worst one out of the 4 of them.
And had the first pick locked up, like I said.
Had the first pick. You lost to Tyler Shuck. Okay? Not Spencer Rattler. You lost to Tyler Shuck. They ain't my number 1 team, but I pull for them because they're close to home. But I'm gonna tell you what, they are the most frustrating. They just as frustrating as my real team, okay? Because I already know I ain't even about to be happy for this mess I saw Monday night. Because I already know it's fool's go. It's fool's go. I already know they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose the next 2 games. Yeah. But the funny part is they can lose the next 3 games and still win the division. That's how bad the AFC North is.
The AFC is crazy. Yeah, the whole AFC is stupid.
Now let's jump over to Kelsey Couture.
Number you have reached is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached messages in error, please hang up and try your call again.
He done turned into a payphone.
Whoa. I sat there Sunday night. I'm like, I know these fools. That y'all, y'all made JJ McCarthy look like the second coming Tommy
Mhm.
Kramer and Fran Tarkenton, both.
If you look at any of the quarterbacks that we have faced, they have put up MVP type numbers.
Same
You
with
got
the
to
Bucs.
remember, Russell
Same with
Wilson
the
put
Bucs.
up 400 yards on us. Russell Wilson put up 400 yards.
But y'all won the
And like I ran
game,
through
though.
yeah, but he looked like he was back for
Hey,
that week. He looked like he was back, like he never left, returning to Mac. But like I said the other week, last week, I read out the numbers that the Cowboys gave up on defense. I mean, it's sad, man. It's like at certain points in the game, the most crucial points of the game, the defense forgets how to play football. And when we do get a stop, Dak will give the ball right back to the offense, and then they go right down the field and score. Our defense is 31st in the league. We did move up to 36. All right, pat on the back for that. But when it comes time, we don't get stops off. We don't get three and outs off, and we don't stop the offense that often. But when we do, every time we do, Dak will go get a three and out. Every time. Put the defense right back on there, and then we go back to our regular scheduled program. Letting the team do march up and down the field with their scrimmage type game. I mean, because JJ McCarthy was throwing darts, man. I mean, just
Yeah,
darts,
he
and
was.
nobody was near.
He was.
And what's the fundamental rule? Because I never played football. I was on marching band, but I know a little bit about football. What's the number one rule for the defensive back? Track the ball, turn your head.
Yeah. But you know what?
If your guy in front of you is making a football move, track the ball. All you gotta do is turn around. That's 3 interceptions like a Sunday night, easy.
Yeah. Yeah. The biggest problem is, okay, number one, let me ask you this, because you know more about it. You follow this. Where is Diggs?
On the sideline.
Why?
Is something going on with him and Jerry? I guess.
You just got paid,
nothing
bro.
in Dallas
You just got
nothing in
paid,
Dallas
so it can't be
surprises me.
money, bro. It can't be money.
According to Trayvon, he wants to play. They still have him on the list. He's been practicing. He's been doing everything he needs to do. They just won't put him on the field. So I'm thinking the season's already over. But I'm gonna ask even a better question. If he's on the field, what difference is it gonna make? That's the
Yeah,
question.
he like my defense can't cover a bed either way. But you paid him $90 million. You paid DeRon Bland $60 million, and neither one of them can play defense. Okay, they can't cover nobody.
And the one that could play defense, you let him go because he's out for the season now. But
yeah, but
he showed he was more than a one-trick pony. He can do multiple things, and he does change the game, given the right supporting cast.
well, that's always how it is if you got the right supporting class. It's just the point of now. One thing I know y'all better do: find you a middle linebacker, because Murray don't know where his keys at all. When you look at the all 22, he is never in the right spot, bro. Never. I don't know what he reading or who he's supposed to be reading or whatever, but that touchdown where Cuz just ran straight in, he was supposed to be in that hole. He went to the opposite hole. And I'm like, that ain't how that play's supposed to go. That ain't how that play's
That's the
supposed to
biggest
go,
problem.
man.
They don't communicate. They don't know their assignments. That's the Eberflus effect. But basically what you're saying is outside the front four, which is pretty 50-50 there too, I need 7 more players on defense.
Well, Jerry did say that you don't know if the player is going to last the whole season. And I got to give it up to Jerry for seeing the future, because he did make that call. It's sad
He
as
did say
hell.
it. What if he gets hurt?
He did say, you don't even know if the player going to make it through the.
But you ain't. But here's the thing.
You don't even know if the player going to make it through the whole season. Well,
Jerry said it.
He did say it.
He said it with Dak. He said, I paid Dak, and he didn't last the whole season. He did say it.
And you know, like I love how he used the player.
The player
may not even last the whole season. Well, Jerry, you must have been chilling with those. Well, you old enough to have been chilling with Nostradamus to be seeing the future. So,
but the thing is this here. Had the Cowboys had some semblance, if y'all would have had, I ain't even gonna say a top 15. If y'all would have had a top 25 defense, y'all could have won the NFC East, because the Eagles, I don't know what their problem is, but they got a problem.
Don't want it.
No, they got a
The
problem.
offense is catching up with them.
The Eagles,
The play call is catching up with them.
a lot of people try to put it on coaching. It's not coaching. The Eagles have a problem, a real problem. It ain't coaching.
Well, I mean,
they don't play for each other. That's their biggest problem.
well, the thing about it is it's a team sport, and we all know how well you get along off the field or outside of your place of business. You know, if you get along well there, you get along well in the game. You understand a little bit more in the jail and the cohesiveness is much better. You know, I've had people to play and they say, you know what, this team we get along, we hang out outside of work and everything, and they do great. You know, you might not win it all, but you understand and you'll go a little bit extra for your man or the guy next to you. And I think you're right. With the Eagles, something is going on there. But now don't take anything away from it. They're still number one in the conference. Are they gonna go anywhere? Don't know.
No.
Can they turn that switch on?
No.
They probably can, but it won't happen this season.
No.
But you know, there is something going on there. Something's happening. There's a shift there somewhere. Don't know what that is in the locker room, but there is something going on there.
Well, while we own this, let's keep on with this team. You know, you can be a tight-knit team and all this, but we said this last year, okay? When we first started 44 Stack. You can't be biting kneecaps full speed for 17 regular season games and think you're going to be good when the playoffs roll around. The crying trucker has decimated the Detroit Lions to the point where the Lions are holding on by a thread. Okay?
Yep.
Holding on. And the thing is, we all said when they lost to the 49ers 2 years ago, they go to when you was up 24 net, that was your best chance ever to get to the Super Bowl, and you will never get back there. And everybody thought we was crazy. But as David Ann say, the crying trucker has he has nothing for him. But right now, they holding on by a thread, man. Because even with Michael going down, the Packers or the Bears are gonna make the playoffs. Both of them are gonna make the playoffs. Lions still trying to get in because what you fail to realize is the West is best.
Yeah.
I don't know how the 49ers winning, but they winning.
They're winning.
They winning. I don't know how. Because all of their team is on the sideline.
Well,
so
he's reached that level now. Shanahan he's one of them.
Shanahan ain't McVay.
But he's right there with them. He will now. He's reached that. He knows how to coach. He's one of them ones that he know what he's doing. Like when you can reflip. I've always said I judge a coach by after that first wave of stars leave, can you flip again? And he has kept them competitive through the flip. And that's when you reach that level of that cat can coach, man. You put him on any team, he pretty much going to be able to coach that team to 500 or to the playoffs. And he one of the ones. I never really thought that until this new flip that happened. Because he got a whole new team, really. And they holding on by Band-Aid. And, like, they are never terrible. Even through this, the 49ers are just not they have never been a bad team with him as a coach.
Well, the funny part about it is they 10-4, and I'm trying to figure out how.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you literally have to sit there and be like, how y'all 10-4, and how y'all and they've been sitting pretty the whole year for the playoffs, and ain't nobody talking about it. You know,
especially like the first couple of weeks when Purdy was out, Kittle was out.
But they got everything built right. That whole franchise, the way it's structured and it's built right. It's built for the next man up type deal.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna give Shanahan because when the big game now Shanahan coached regular season, but when a big game he can't do that. But John Lynch is the modern day Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ain't that the best way to look at it? John Lynch is the modern day Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, they got a whole good setup over there. Yeah. Because
you look at it, you playing tomorrow night's game between the Seahawks and the Rams ain't even putting you at the division lead, the winner of that game, because the 49ers still have a shot at winning the division. That's the crazy part about that game tomorrow night. And it's a must win. Sam Darnold need to prove that he can win a big game. That's a must win tomorrow. If McVay and them win it, you expect it. But somebody need to tell Puka Nacua, shut up, boy. You can't be talking about the referees because guess what? You won't get a call no time. He gonna get mugged tomorrow night, okay?
Man, that team hits violently. Without them Seahawks, and it's not like Detroit. They don't they pop you. And Lawrence, that dude then turned oh my goodness, that dude is on fire.
South Carolina's own DeMarcus Lawrence. Kelsey, don't look like that. I know he ain't on the Cowboy no more, but you ain't gotta look like that no more, bro. Y'all should have kept him.
We let everybody go.
I know. You know.
No, you didn't. You signed CD Lamb and gave the money to the offense.
Watch it. How much you gonna sign George for?
They'll franchise him next year.
That'd be the dumbest move. That'll be the dumbest move ever, boy.
But we talking about Jerry.
I know, but don't look here. You know how much the franchise tag is for wide receivers? $35 million. You really gonna put that kind of money in George? Come on, man. George done showed you since Thanksgiving what we tried to tell y'all in the first place. He ain't gonna act right for a full year. I already knew that. Wait till the stories start coming out. Probably half coming to practice, probably leave practice early, ain't getting the treatment. I know that boy, he a problem. I tried to tell you. But see, as all Cowboy fans do, man, we riding high, man. We going to the Super Bowl. I ain't heard from my brother since Thanksgiving.
Man, you won't. Because they ain't going nowhere.
I tell anybody. My disclaimer is we will go to the Super Bowl, but we're going to be sitting in the stands with everybody else. That's all too. We ain't gonna be on the field. That's for sure.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one. I'm
gonna
tell you one that'll be there with y'all. Buffalo. Because I'm sick of Josh Allen, Bo. Because you know what? Just because you came back against the Patriots last week, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think the Patriots that good anyway. So that comeback really didn't signify nothing. All it did was just show that you holding on. Everybody trying to be like LTD right now. They holding on.
The Patriots haven't played anybody. We proved that last week. We went down the schedule. They hadn't played anybody.
Right. And that's the thing. And then with Buffalo, do you honestly think if Buffalo played somebody with a decent offense, that Buffalo is going to be able to sustain? Their defense is just as bad as the Cowboys.
But the AFC sucks. Look, I have no clue who's the front runner. I don't believe in Denver.
Why should you?
New England, I'm with Cam on New England. Man, on the real, anybody
Jacksonville
can come out the AFC.
Seriously. Jacksonville.
Anybody can come out. I would not be shocked if Jacksonville come. Anybody can come out the AFC, man. Anybody.
Kelsey, the reason why I don't put faith in the Texans, because CJ had
I was about to say, if he play a halfway decent game,
he had Dak propensities. That's why.
Yeah.
Right now, what defense out there is better than?
Ain't nobody better. Them boys trying to kill somebody out there, boy.
Oh yeah, Houston. Yeah.
Too. If he can play a halfway decent game, just game manage, Texans would be a problem.
Oh, they a problem. Look here. I guarantee ain't nobody want to play them because you gonna get killed, Bo. They got limb psychotics out there, Bo. They ready to hit somebody. And that one of the things I love DeMeco Ryans because I knew when he got that job he was gonna do great because of the fact I knew how the 49ers defense. The 49ers had to get solid back to get that kind of physicality back in their defense, man.
Man, the NFL about to cry because it's going to be Jacksonville and Houston for the AFC Championship game.
Ain't going to bother me none.
I don't see the Texans losing. They got the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Colts in the last 3 games.
And who Jacksonville got?
Jacksonville has, let's see, the Jaguars have in the last 3 games should be the Broncos, the Colts, and the Titans. So they should go 2 or 3 at least.
If they beat the Broncos, if they beat the Broncos, they win the AFC. They get home field because they still in line for it because they got a better conference record than New England.
No, they clinched last week. Denver clinched last week.
No, I know them. No, but all I'm saying is if Denver was to lose this Sunday to Jacksonville, because Denver still has to play the Chargers, right, Kelson?
They clinched the
I think they
division
do.
though.
They clinched
They
the
already
division,
clinched. Yeah.
but Denver can't relax because they gotta. I mean, they gotta. You want everybody to come to Mile High. You don't want to go on the road.
Yeah, they played Chargers last game. They
Yeah,
got
see
Jaguars,
that game
the
gonna
Chiefs,
mean
which
something.
would have been a game, but nothing. Yeah, the Chargers. They got the Chiefs and the Chargers left after this Sunday.
Oh, they got Gardner Minshew. The Chiefs got Gardner Minshew for. Oh,
Yeah,
that
they're
ain't
done.
gonna. That ain't even gonna be no game, man. Red day. Ain't even. Now let's talk about since we gonna talk about stuff. Travis Kelce is done.
Oh yeah. He
Done.
got old quick.
He was done before the season started.
Well, but
he got slow
done
quick.
And you know, I heard this morning the audacity. Well, you know, he hasn't said he wants to retire yet. Make the decision for him. He don't need to be back at all.
No.
Ain't no need to sit there. Ain't no need to sit there and try to act like, oh, he needs to be back next year. I don't care if he a future Hall of Famer. He is done.
No.
No, I mean Mahomes won't be back next year. So
But it won't. So what's the incentive of coming back?
It really don't matter. He should retire. It won't be Mahomes throwing to him next year.
Well, Mahomes went let Cowboy team Dr. Manny with a Cowboy hat on the sideline all the time. He did his surgery yesterday. What he should have did if you wanted to be back next year, he should have went to Birmingham and saw Mr. Man to get his knee get his knee fixed because you know he knew everybody.
He should have went and got my man from Sanford and Son. Who fixed
the after-50 bag.
Yeah, perhaps. Maybe.
Dr. Caldwell.
There you go. That's who you go get when you toe up, man. Perhaps. Maybe.
And then once he gets sued, you got the lawyer for him too. You throw yourself on the mercy of the court.
That's it.
There you go.
There you go.
Not Sonny Cochran. You know that Johnny cousin.
Yeah.
Sonny, you know, Sonny Cochran.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, y'all stupid. Oh, y'all stupid, man. So look at the schedule coming up. We got Saturday football starting this weekend, so that's a great thing. But tomorrow, as we already said, Rams and the Seahawks. Sam Darnold, they in Seattle. Sam, well, it was a 2-point game in Los Angeles. It was a 2-point game in Los Angeles. Sam got tip ball at the end.
Yeah, I ain't gonna call it. That's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a good game.
Who win.
It's gonna be a good game. Rams need to win it, but if the Rams don't win it, it opens the door for the 49ers.
Yeah, we say, Kel.
If the Seahawks play like they did against the Colts, they ain't gonna win. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah,
the defense showed up, but
well, what's called now? I will say now the Colts defense played outstanding in that game because all they did was kept them. You know, all they did was kick field goals, and I'm like,
that's it.
But you know what? It showed a glaring part. Other than Smith or Jigma, they really don't have another receiving threat.
No. And so Phillip Rivers looked like Weekend at Bernie's.
Phillip Rivers look like us out there,
he
bro.
He is dead. He's really dead. He is, and they stuffed him because if you look at his cheeks, he got all kinds of formaldehyde and tissue. He is it's two cats keeping him alive behind him, rolling his ass around. Because that's who he is. He Weekend at Bernie's right now.
Oh my God.
Y'all know he died after that first drive.
I know. Look at him. He was sucking wind. He was sucking wind. You ain't gonna tell me.
I ain't never seen, man, the dude couldn't throw past 15 yards. I'm like, man, what are we doing? Richardson, number one, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Colts as an organization, you literally developed. No, you went and signed a Phillip Rivers. Yeah.
44.
And he go to sad part. The Colts gave up both their second rounders for the next 2 years to get Sauce Gardner. And what are you doing? That was a bad move from the start.
Putting Phillip Rivers on a dolly with some cats behind him, and they tilt him back and they rolling him around, and that's how he throwing the ball on a dolly. Phillip Rivers is literally on a dolly with two cats behind him, just turning him left and right.
Remember when we were little and
She gonna be
used to have the football game where you flip the which card and they
There
go
you
shake it.
go. Yep.
Remember the quarterback
The
that was
one
always
foot. Yeah. Yep. They
that
got
is
the
Phillip
one
Rivers.
foot. Yep.
That
Some
is
people who
Phillip
got
Rivers,
that one
man.
leg longer than the other, the club
Yeah.
foot. Yeah.
Saturday you got the Eagles play the Commanders. When the
Commander
schedule
shut
came
down,
out
so they should
early
be
in the
all
year,
right.
that would have been a great game.
Yeah,
But
that hated it.
so what do Washington do going forward though? Because
Beat
they got so
Washington,
many needs, man.
beat the Commanders.
It's gonna be bad for them for a while.
It's like when Martin told Pam, when you come around, it's just like splat. That's the Commanders, the Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals. Soon Detroit gonna be back to Ford Field, and they gonna be back to the damn lines with people with paper bags over their head, thinking Benny Blades is gonna walk back through that door. The Blades brothers ain't coming back. Yeah. Herman Moore, I don't even know if he's still around.
Herman Moore's
None
still
of them
around,
coming
man.
back.
They ain't coming back. Herman
No,
Moore ain't coming back, man.
Scott Mitchell ain't coming back. Last time I saw what's the name, him and his wife, they doing Nutrigenics commercials. Rodney Pete and wife Holly Robinson.
Holly
Yeah,
Robinson.
they doing Nutrigenics commercials. They ain't coming back, man.
But
Robert
you notice who
Borchett,
you ain't seen.
I ain't seen him at State, so I know he ain't coming back to the Lions.
You know who you ain't seen? You ain't seen Barry.
Man, oh, yeah,
Barry
in the
Barry,
Heisman, in the Heisman house. That's where you see Barry in the Heisman house.
But I'm saying, the Lions have had several big games this year. You haven't seen Barry.
No. I ain't seen Calvin either.
Calvin was there first game. That first big game they had in the season. Calvin was there then because he was sitting up in the box. Because when you Calvin and you Barry, you the two biggest stars ever. Okay.
Yep.
You throw in Night Train Lane and Liam Barney, and that's your Mount Rushmore of Detroit football. Okay. Then after the Eagles and the Commanders, you got now this one ought to be good. If it live up to the first game 2 weeks ago, this ought to be really good. You got Green Bay versus Chicago. Yeah, this ought to be pretty good. Jordan Love, you got to show something.
The Bears win this one.
Jordan Love got to show something though.
Jordan Love,
it ain't him though. Honestly, don't think it's him. It's Matt LaFleur. And I wish people would get Matt LaFleur cannot coach, man. Because
you don't ever look in Jordan Love's eyes, go and think something not.
They cross.
That's why I don't think he's gonna be successful, man. I don't know if he's seeing the right people. I think he sometimes think he throwing to a Packer, but it's really the other. Thank you, because I thought something was like I don't think. Yeah, I would love to see his Wonderlic test. I think because he probably spelled lick and wonder. You know how
right.
Jay throws
lick wonder.
Around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like hooked on phonics. They never hooked on him.
Oh, he cross-eyed, bro.
12 questions instead of 21 questions.
Yeah, he got a permanent stigmatism that just ain't treatable.
He got them braids now. They're a little too tight because they're making the eye go cross even more. So
that's what. Yeah, because he looks slow to me. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's why I don't trust. He actually looked like them people that was institutionalized in the 80s. I'll leave it at that.
There you go. I got you. Kelsey, don't look down. This is what we do. Sunday, Buffalo travels to Cleveland. Shador,
we're gonna win that game.
I'm sick of even having this conversation, but he need to get out of Cleveland quick, fast, and in a hurry. Go somewhere where at least somebody can put you in a legitimate spot, bro. Because they are doing everything. This is institutional malpractice right here, bro. They are doing everything they can to mess that boy up. How you go out there with the wrong? Look here. How you go out there with the wrong wristband on Sunday and he calling plays that don't line up with what you supposed to be? Bruh, y'all been practicing all week.
All week. Cleveland, you got to go, man. If y'all listen, future America, the Mannings have done it. The Elways did it. If you are getting drafted by the Cleveland Browns. I know Shador ain't have much of a choice in what happened to him. But if you are a good quarterback and you going in the first round, don't go to Cleveland.
Don't go to Cleveland.
Do not go to Cleveland. Don't go to Cincinnati. I'm watching Carson Palmer 2.0 right now. Barrow is going to retire to get away from the Bengals, just like Carson Palmer retired to get away. And 2 years later, didn't he go to Super Bowl Arizona? Or was it the NFC Championship, right?
Mm-hmm. He did.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You got to get away from. You got to literally. You got to fake your own death to get away from the Bengals and them. That's all you got to do. This, man. You can't. The Jets. Yeah, it's certain organizations. Yeah, they just. Yeah,
they can't get. They
Deion tried that.
Can't get right.
Deion tried to block that in the beginning, though. He tried to block Shador from going.
But see, Deion didn't have no leverage.
Level ain't good enough to block nothing, though.
He didn't have the leverage needed to make that to block that. Okay, because we knew we've seen Shador play. Shador doesn't have the strongest arm in the world. He makes plays if he got somebody to make plays for him. But what we are seeing in Cleveland right now, because let's remember something. Myles Garrett has 22 sacks by himself. Because he ain't got no help. He ain't got a bit of help. No. Okay? He's still be in there too. He needed, when he break this record, go in there and say, I want to go to Dallas. I'll let him go to Dallas. Honestly. I'll let him go to Dallas.
Man, what in the Michael Dean Perry is happening in the Cleveland Browns organization?
The Browns have terrible ownership. They have terrible front office. Everything in Ohio, the state of Ohio, is rancid. The Bengals are rancid. The Browns are rancid. Okay. The only reason the Steelers and the Ravens look worth something is because they in that division, man.
But just a few short years ago, outside of a quarterback, they had a decent team. If they had a quarterback, they would have had a decent team. But that was very short lived.
But
they almost put something together.
But here's the thing. I honestly, you know what I honestly feel like right now? I feel like
there was a short window.
If seeing what Stefanski has done to Shador, I kind of believe they did the same thing to Deshaun.
Man, well then they just done the same thing to Johnny Manziel, Baker.
Johnny Manziel.
What was the other black dude?
Johnny Manziel the same size, okay?
What was the other black dude that they drafted before him? He was a first round pick too. You know what I'm talking about, right? Prince? No.
Achilles Smith.
Around what year?
Achilles Smith.
He went to the Bengals.
Well, okay, just as bad. No. It's a black dude. It is a black dude that went to Cleveland that started at quarterback for like 3 years. And the same thing. Who?
It wasn't Jacoby.
Jacoby went there free agent. And then Jason Campbell went there as a free agent. I'm trying to think.
Oh, you talking about EJ Manuel? Was it EJ Manuel?
He went to Buffalo.
Yeah, he went to Buffalo. No, it's I see the dude. All right, I gotta do.
They got a long list, so
they got a long list.
They got a long list of non-playing quarterbacks.
Yes.
So. All right. While you looking that up, Dave? Now, if Buffalo lose to Cleveland on Sunday, it just states what we already know. Buffalo sucks. Okay. All right. The Chargers play the Cowboys on Sunday. This ought to be interesting. Justin Herbert cross-eyed too now, so you know.
Yes.
So he's colorblind.
But he might throw for 500 against the Cowboys. That's just where it is.
And that is true. He's gonna put up MVP with a broke hand. Can't grip the ball. Do what he need to do, but it'll happen.
500. He gonna have a Jameis game. The Chiefs travel to Tennessee. This will be the true nail in the coffin for the dynasty once the Chiefs lose to the Titans. The true nail in the coffin, okay? The Bengals play Miami. Miami made the change today to go to Quinn Ewers over Tua Tagovailoa.
Hey, that's gonna make a difference.
hated it, but I mean, hey, it generates conversation. Now, if the Bengals lose to the Dolphins and Quinn Ewers, that just says what the state of the Bengals are right now.
Seneca Wallace.
There it is, Seneca Wallace. He was one of them too.
Fry.
CJ Fry?
Yeah, Charlie Fry.
Charlie Fry.
Charlie Fry.
Man, look, they done had 40 quarterbacks
Yeah,
since
man,
they come
they
back
got
in
some
the league,
bad
bro.
quarterbacks. Is Charlie Fry black?
Yeah, I
He
think
is.
Somewhere in there.
I think he
It's
did.
somewhere in there.
His mama and them, I think.
His mama and them.
His mama and them.
He Desmond Ritter. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, and he went to Akron.
Yeah.
That's right. And they drafted him in the first round, right?
I thought the Falcons drafted Desmond Ritter.
No,
yeah,
not
they drafted. Yeah, but I'm just saying him and Charlie Fry the same.
Yeah, Charlie.
Oh
Fry
yeah, they mama and
black.
them. Yeah, they mama and them black.
Y'all know Hartenstein is half black in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he's showing that. Oh, they playing 12 fellas every night because that's how good they is.
Who?
The Thunder.
Oh yeah, dog. That's
12
fellas.
fellas.
Makes sense,
dog, they are real, and everybody is 6'7".
Right.
Everybody.
I think the shortest person on the team is 6'7".
Crazy.
That's on SGA.
What? 6'7"? All of them 6'7".
Well, Chet plays small forward, and he's 7 foot tall, man.
Yeah, man. Everybody they got a whole just long squad. What Anderson, Jalen Anderson? He's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, Houston's probably the only team that's bigger than them. Houston, I think they're short of.
And Houston's another good ass team.
Well,
and they all 6'7".
Amon Thompson is the shortest person on their team, and he's 6'6".
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like watching 80s Lakers now. The Jets traveled to the Superdome, so let's go on and put the Saints on the win for that one. Minnesota travels to the Meadowlands to play the Giants. With a real J.J. McCarthy, Jackson Dart show up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because I don't know who that was to play the Cowboys, but yeah.
Oh, that was Fran Tarkenton, man. You ain't see that? He doing the gritty going into the end zone, man.
And I thought they would have some pride in that. Say, no, we ain't gonna let this happen. Not for this cat right
They ain't got no pride, boy.
No, they didn't do nothing.
That ain't George T. He got there, man. That ain't George T. Yeah.
Man, it's so crazy. I remember him more for That's Incredible than football. Side note. That TV show in the 80s for the
oh my God. Used to come on before Monday Night Football.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah, I used to know he was good. I mean, but I wasn't alive to see. My God. But I know him more for That's Incredible.
The big game in the NFC South, Tampa Bay versus Carolina, as we know. I guess it's to flip the coin to see who want to win this week, I guess. Then we got Jacksonville going to Denver. Could be AFC Championship preview, but I will say if Trevor and them go up there and win this football game, I put my money on Trevor and them to make the Super Bowl out of the AFC at that point.
That's gonna be the thing, though. Which Trevor's gonna show up? He's been pretty consistent.
Well, bro, last week 6 touchdowns, man. He had 5 throwing, 1 rushing. I mean, he looked like clicking now. He looked like national championship Trevor now. I mean,
Trevor reminds me of a less talented Dan Fouts. Seriously, like because he can't throw like Dan Fouts. Rocket on. What he reminds me of a less talented Dan Fouts.
You remember when we were
I don't know what to think of him. Is he good? Is he not good? I don't. Yeah, he just is Dan Fouts for me.
Remember when we were growing up and Dan Fouts would go head to head with Stabler and Bradshaw, and
lose.
And lose.
He was like Ronnie Garvin in wrestling. You always wanted him to get to the Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair level, but he never quite curled right. And the knockout punch would always miss Dusty Rhodes Ric
Mm-hmm.
Flair, and next thing you know, he in
Mm-hmm.
the meat rack with Lex Luger, or he getting Dusty Rhodes
Mm-hmm.
He getting the
elbow
elbow.
and leg.
He getting the
Yeah.
elbow, man.
Yep.
That's
That
what he remind me of, man. Like Trevor Lawrence, I don't know what the thing. You Ronnie Garvin and Dan Fouts mixed together.
you heard it here
Mm-hmm.
first, y'all. Trevor Lawrence is the Ronnie Garvin of the NFL.
With a little bit of Blackjack Mulligan
No, wait a minute. Now.
simmering below.
You can't go to Blackjack. The
I
Blackjack
mean,
was
like
great.
the simmering, like you don't know what's in their head. I don't know, man. Yeah.
Ronnie Garvin, I'll let you slide, but
Yeah,
Blackjack
okay,
Mulligan,
then yeah, he's
if
getting there
Blackjack didn't
twice.
do anything, he had one of the greatest second generation superstars of all time, the great Barry Windham. Um,
Oh, that's my man right there.
yeah.
Him and Mike Rotunda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Falcons, Raheem gonna keep his job?
Till December the
Uh,
29th. When the last day of the regular season?
January
Hey, T, what's the last day of the regular season? 'Cause that's
January
when he gonna
7th.
keep his job too.
You just
Yeah,
going on. You
definitely.
just going on fire, Raheem. You know. Hey, man.
January 4th, so it'll be on the last game. Yeah.
And it
Okay.
looked like every week. Y'all ever seen that movie Thinner by Stephen King? Raheem Morris look like he's the star of Thinner. I swear every week he looked more and more emaciated. Are they not feeding him? Is it the lack of nutrition for some of these badass decisions?
Stress.
It is a
Stress.
gypsy somewhere that cursed
Well, you know he
Raheem
can't.
Morris, and he losing weight.
He can't go. He
It's
can't go
stress.
no place in Atlanta to eat because they go throw him out.
Something, because man, am I wrong? His hat get bigger every week. It looked like
Stress, man.
eventually he gonna suck up and just be like the black Papa Smurf. I don't know, man. I just know he's
Beetlejuice?
thinner right now because he is losing
Not
weight at a
Beetlejuice.
pace like a
Whoa.
gypsy has actually cursed him. somewhere.
Honestly, stress will do you like that, but the stress is his own fault because you lose games you have absolutely no business losing. It did just like last week. How you win the football game, bro? Kirk Cousins, and Kyle Pitts. That's all I got to say.
Hey, you like that?
Deshaun Kaiser. That's who I was talking
That's
about.
who they. That's who they.
That's who I was talking about, y'all. Deshaun
Yeah,
Kaiser.
that was Hugh. Hugh made that pick. Hugh won. Hugh kept a job for 5 years. Ain't win but one football game. How you do that?
Hugh Freeze, right? No, not Hugh.
What is Hugh last name?
The black head
Hugh.
coach, right?
Black Hugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Steelers play Detroit. Man, Detroit needs this victory. I'm not jumping on this Steeler bandwagon. I'm not, because I already know. I'm getting off that narcotic. I'm getting off that narcotic. If the Steelers win this football game, not only do they pretty much wrap up the North at that point, but this puts a tremendous stake in the heart of the crying trucker if the Steelers come in there and win this football game. And then it's going to be some questions have to be asked at this point. For as much as Campbell has done, he reveals that he ain't the person to get them to go where they need to go, man.
Oh, yeah. Nobody is. It's Detroit.
Right. He blew his best chance when they didn't beat San Francisco 3 years ago.
Yep.
It ain't gonna change. The Raiders play Houston on Sunday. Gino, fake an injury, do something, brother. You ain't want to be out there with that defense, but they gonna try to hurt somebody now. Them boys ain't playing, man. Them boys ain't playing. And then the Sunday night game, which was flipped. I forgot who was the original Sunday night game. But New England versus Baltimore. And here's the deal about this game. Lamar, if not now, win. Win. Because if you let New England come in there and you win and they win this football game, your season is over. And then we need to start having a conversation. Should John Harbaugh be fired? Just like y'all be talking about Mike Tomlin being fired. Because the Ravens were supposed to be the most talented team in the NFL starting the season. Ravens have done absolutely nothing all year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the Sunday night game. And then the Monday night matchup is the
AFC
49ers
hard.
versus Grandpa. Can the
Mhm.
44-year-old Philip Rivers,
Old man River.
can the Colts need this victory because the Colts, even though they have a winning record, the Colts are finna mess around and blow. I think they had a 6-game lead at one point in the division because they were 7-1.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now they're 8-6.
Yeah, that's not gonna work, bro. This is gonna be really, really ugly. Let's see where they're at right now because they're gonna need some help also to get in, just because of the fact now that Houston has gotten better. Yeah, they are the 8th seed, and they are really a game behind Houston right now, and they would be 2 games behind the Jaguars. Really 3 because Jaguars have already beaten them once this year already. So
Yes.
in the words of LTD and the great Jeffrey Osborne, they holding on.
That's over. They can let it go.
Holding
They need
on.
Teddy Pendergrass. Let it go.
Let it
Let it
go.
go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it
Another
go.
TKO. Speaking of TKO, Chance
go ahead.
Crawford retired. But anyway, we will talk about that in a minute. Just want to throw a random thing out there.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go back. Yeah, Bud retired. But anyway, yeah.
Who retired?
Bud
Crawford.
Bud Crawford.
Yep.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of understood why,
Me
because
too.
the WBC was gonna make him fight a fight he didn't need to fight, because you shouldn't have never took the belt from him in the first place. So I really ain't got no problem with that. You one thing about boxing, we need to go back to how it used to be, where it was just one organization.
And he don't have nobody left to fight anyway. That was, I mean, really.
Nope.
He's stuck. I mean, he can't go to heavyweight, light heavyweight. He can't go back down because he destroyed. You get into them spots like Roy did, Canelo. Like I said, people don't realize hats off to Canelo. He never needed to give him that fight. I mean, that was his. Yeah, that was a gift. He didn't. Canelo was already a made man, as they say in the movie. He gave that man the chance, but once you get to them levels and you're not a heavyweight, you get stuck in the middle weights and you just don't have nobody left to fight.
Well, and see, that's the problem right now. There's too many. Well, first of all, we don't box like we used to, so that's one of the things. But then at the same time,
that's the last one.
You get some you're gonna have some terrible matchups, period, just from the standpoint. There ain't no competition out there, and really, now when Bud has legitimately been 42-0. I give him that. He ain't like Floyd, that's a bogus 50. I'm always gonna say that's a bogus 50. If you look at it, Terrence is a better fighter than Floyd. Say what you want. I've never been in the Floyd category.
Well, it's not that I'm not a Floyd. So here you go. Defensively, he's the greatest defensive fighter ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to see that. My dream boxing match is Sugar Ray Leonard against prime Sugar Ray against a prime Bud. Because both of them will be trying to knock each other the F out. And fast. And when they get hit, they get mad and they get the going with that is who I would love to see, a prime Sugar Ray Leonard. Because man, I've been whole other tangent, man. I've been on my Sugar Ray Leonard like the last week on YouTube. I think I probably watched every Sugar Ray Leonard fight again. When you get a chance, watch him versus Floyd Mayweather Sr. He hit him with 3 down jabs. He hit him with 3 down jabs and proceeded with this right hook. And Floyd Mayweather Sr. got that rough chin. He never, he wasn't a go down dude. He dropped him fold, because that's when you could, in the 8th round. Man, and I would just love to see that. And then the wars with him and Hearns, how they ain't dead.
Yeah.
How them two ain't dead from them fights, man.
You know why? You know
How
why?
he ain't dead from the fights, man?
You know why?
Them was some haymakers going, man. You know that 8th round when they go back and forth, he taking the best of Hearns taking the best of. How are y'all still living, man?
Tommy Hearns should be punch drunk because his battles with Sugar and Marvin Hagler, ain't no way in the world this man's supposed to be still.
Oh, forget about the other one, the Hands of Stone, Robert Duran. Remember, he went rounds with Robert Duran.
Roberto Duran was the man.
Roberto, yeah.
Yeah, Roberto. Yeah, Roberto.
But
he went with Roberto Duran, man. Yeah.
That's the difference.
You hear him talk? He punched drunk. You hear him talk?
Well, look, he was talking like that on Mars.
He does.
Yeah. He was talking like that on Mars. Hey, girl, we'll take care of you, baby. We'll take care of you.
He act like Martin wasn't even standing there either. All right, little man. Get out. All right, little man.
Classic episode.
I
call Sugar. He said you would get hit, man.
Yeah. Man, when Cole trying to give him that water,
I won't fight no more.
I don't want to fight no more.
I won't fight no more. I don't want to fight no more.
He's he's delirious. Oh man.
You fought good, little man. You fought good.
You fought good.
I don't want to fight no more.
Don't want to fight no more.
That is a comedy classic right there.
Yes, sir. Walking around with the belt on it.
The CBC champ, baby.
The CBC.
The charity boxing champ.
They said this was for charity.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, that was the thing. Oh, well, before we go off, Dave, I don't know how you kept up with this, but also this past Saturday we had the last match of John Cena. Now I'll be the first one to say I am not a John Cena fan. Okay, I felt like John Cena was the modern day Hulk Hogan. He got a lot of stuff that I feel like he should. The modern day Hulk Hogan.
Okay, got you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he the modern day Hulk Hogan. Yeah. He got a lot of opportunities. Honestly, you know, him and Batista and Randy Orton came in at the same time. Randy Orton is the better wrestler out of all of them. But I do give him respect just from the standpoint, okay, end of an era. I don't think none of the young cats.
That was good. His body could withstand so.
He never got hurt.
Much. That was the thing with Cena. I'm not a fan, but he showed up every night, and his body could take such punishment, and be ready for the next. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Road show, whatever. That dude, he could take just.
Yeah, he never. You know, all the rest of them during that time had major injuries. Cena never really had a major injury. Part of it was because he never really did stuff.
When Big Show threw him through that spotlight, though, T.
Yeah.
That was Big Show threw him through the spotlight.
That was one when Randy punted him. And when Ed liked to kill him.
You remember
doing the spear?
What was their name? The three of them when they was together. The Architect, Roman Reigns, and what was that?
Oh, when the Shield. Oh yeah, they tried to kill him.
The Shield literally built their whole thing off of straight beating John Cena's ass for like 3 months. For 3 months straight, they literally set that cat up and beat his ass every day.
Yeah, shoot. Soon as you heard that
Friday
music,
or whatever, Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Soon as you heard that music, you knew the beatdown was coming because them boys were putting something on somebody. But he retired. Good to see. Now I hope going forward, some of these young cats get their opportunity. It's some talented fellas out there right now. I just don't sit down and watch it like I used to, just because you ain't got the foolishness that we used to love. You ain't got no Stone Cold. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
You ain't got a Shawn Michaels. You know, Shawn Michaels, say what you want. Shawn Michaels used to give you comedy gold every week, man.
Yes,
I'm just a sexy. You know, Triple H, you ain't got nobody just straight thug like Triple H. You know what I'm saying? Because Triple H was a straight thug. That's all he was. You know, if the sledgehammer came out, what was gonna happen, Kelsey?
Yeah.
It's gonna get used.
Yeah. He was gonna get used. Exactly.
He ain't bringing it
Every
out the
time.
show. It coming out.
No.
I'm finna hurt
China had a lot of clitorical value to her.
You funny as I don't know what. You know that? You are funny as I don't know what. And I will say, I still got that magazine. And yes, you are absolutely right.
Lots of clitorical value.
Yeah.
That's what China had.
Look, she wasn't nothing to look at in the face.
No.
That thing had something. I see why Triple H was crazy once upon a time.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. This is what we grew up on, man. Look, and Ric Flair still living. That's all you got to say right there.
I grew up on Rick and the Dragon Steamboat, Junkyard Dog.
Oh, that was my man too.
KYD.
Oh man, I love me some WWF Saturday morning cartoon. Tito Santana.
Oh yeah.
He said Tito Santana.
Yeah.
Junkyard Dog. Yeah, because it was them. It was Tito and Pedro Morales. Because Pedro was my man.
He didn't went back.
Hey, Pedro Morales was my man.
Pedro Morales.
The Puerto Rican Nightmare.
Oh boy, you have went back there, buddy. You went to Pedro Morales.
You also had
I'm about to tell you, my saddest moment in wrestling, I was the biggest Bob Backlund fan.
What?
The chicken wing. Backlund kept going. When Hulk Hogan beat Bob Backlund for the belt, it was like when Dwight Clark made the catch.
That was
and when Dave Parker hit that home run in 79. It was some of my worst memories, man. Ever.
What was that? When he beat Backlund, that was 84?
84.
Because Iron Sheik got it back.
Yes, Iron Sheik was running through everybody.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Boy, Iron Sheik.
He was running through everybody. Yes.
He was nothing to mess with. And see, if for you wrestling fans that don't know no better, the man that stopped Bruno Sammartino's 7-year reign was not Bob Backlund or the Iron Sheik. It was Ivan Koloff.
Yes, it was.
And which is one of the Ivan Koloff don't get the respect that he deserved, man. Because again, man broke a 7-year reign, bro. A 7-year reign. And then he came down and he brought one of the greatest gifts to the southern area, nephew Nikita.
The Russian Nightmare.
When that rascal was in that dungeon.
Oh man, I told you that day when we was over your house. Remember, he got hurt and he came back. He was doing that thing with that chain around his neck.
I said, I said, we got some good to watch now, buddy.
That dungeon.
Yeah, but big as he was, though, he still wasn't no match for Hawk and Animal, though. Them was some big humans, man.
Which ones?
The Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal.
Oh, yeah. Well, the SST, the Samoan SWAT team, all of them, they still got their lineage going.
Yeah, because that's Roman Dad in deal.
They got, man, that is a reign for your ass.
They got a lineage that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And every time you look around, dog, it's more y'all. It's like they just create them.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka. That was my other one. Top row.
Yeah.
When but you know what's called just died last month, right before Thanksgiving, Bob Carter. And what used to trip me out with Bob Carter when he would interview the Road Warriors, you ain't see nothing but the microphone.
That's it. That's it. All the spiked soda pads, man. Yeah.
Man, you could when it would be the funniest thing when they come over there. Animal would always start, and then when he say, "Tell him, Hawk," and then the next thing, well, seems like
what was it? You had NWA, so Channel 19, 11 o'clock. NWA came on, then the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Then you got the episode of Freddy's Nightmares. That was that's how it ran. It was Freddy's Nightmares ran anchor for Glow. For
you literally watch wrestling all day Saturday and half night on Sunday. because you had to see what TBS had on, and then you had to flip over there and see whatever Vince was gonna put on Sunday night, and then Monday night before WCW started, when it was Monday night, and it was just Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. them two fools, I had you laughing because they always talking junk.
Remember Jimmy Cornette too, though. You know Jimmy.
Oh, of course, Jim Cornette.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Express.
And who's the $1 million DiBiase?
DiBiase.
The manager, though.
Oh, Virgil.
No, white hair. The white dude with the white hair. Y'all see him.
Talk about classic Freddy Blassie. It's either classic Freddy Blassie or what was the other cat? Used to be in the WWF. Bobby Heenan. Well, I think Dave then froze up on us. Coop.
I'm back. I think
he back.
Yeah,
he back now.
Yeah. Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah, with the rubber band hanging off him.
Yeah. Jumped in the.
Yeah. But you know what used to make me mad more than anything? As soon as I heard that, and I'm not gonna learn how to play it once I get my guitar. I'm not playing when the sun crashing down and it hurts inside. Dim, dim, dim. We not doing that. If there's anybody on the face of this earth, Hulk Hogan is never. He gets no play here.
Hey,
not even when you're watching Rocket 3. I fast forward through that because I don't want to hear Thunder Lips.
You don't like the movie Over the Top, man?
No, couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand it. Only thing that was good about Rocket 3 was, hey woman.
Hey, Rocket 3, man. Mr. T was doing the
look here. Clubber Lang is the reason why Rocket had brain damage, bro. It wasn't Drago. It was Clubber Lang.
Oh, yeah, Clubber, man. He gave Rocket all he could handle.
Oh man, shoot. He tried kill Rock.
Hey, we had Rock doing that commercial. Makes me smell immediately. That deodorant commercial.
I saw it was an episode of Incredible Hulk, and Hulk Hogan was on there. But he wasn't Hulk Hogan yet. He was like a extra.
An extra.
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno picked him up and threw him through
of course. Because what people fail to realize, Lou Ferrigno was huge. Even Arnold.
6'6", something like that?
Yeah. Arnold is not as big as Lou Ferrigno.
No.
And Arnold was the most cut out of all of. Well, he wasn't big as Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno was ridiculous, man.
He lost out because it was him and Arnold for the Incredible Hulk. The reason why Lou got it because he's 6'5".
Right.
Arnold's like
5'5". Yeah.
Like,
I got a picture.
On a good day. Yeah.
I got a picture, the craziest picture you ever want to see in your life, because you know how big Arnold Schwarzenegger is. I got a picture of him and Wilt Chamberlain and Andre the Giant, and Arnold is like a foot shorter than all of them. It is the funniest thing in the world, man. And I'm like, this is a man that you know is huge. And the thing about it is, I mean, you see Wilt, you don't realize how big Wilt really was, man. Wilt is like 3 inches taller than Andre the Giant.
Yeah, Wilt was 4?
7'4". 7'4". And athletic.
And it could bench press over 500.
Right. Right, Bo. Wilt was different. That's the best way to put it. All right.
Definitely.
I don't know if Dave gonna hop back on, but good show as always. And we're gonna get back with you all next week. Christmas Eve is next Wednesday, ain't it?
Yeah, next Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, we might not do that one, but we'll get back with you. But if something pop up, since we all home now, we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll be in the house this weekend, so
okay.
We'll see if we can all catch up, do something.
Yeah, just holler at me and we'll see what we can do. We need I'll holler at you, and I think Steve be back. Steve should be here the weekend. So,
Okay. All right.
all right,
That'll
all right.
work.
So we'll see y'all next week.